Sit your podcast down. Full house today. So I
Yay,
gotta ask.
yay.
Whenever I see the do-rag out, is it murder week or is it's a regular week today?
I think it's
It might be.
murder.
It might be murder week. Might be
Pretty
murder
sure it's
week.
murder.
Murder week today.
All right. We got Dre's in the house as well. What's up?
Hola, hola.
G, how you feeling, brother?
Mike, what's up?
All right. McFly here as well. So okay. Something been making me mad, and I gotta talk on it for a little bit. I want to start by saying this. I hope Bronny has a great career. Hope he's phenomenal. Hope he's
Amen.
healthy. Hope he has a long-lasting career.
Gotta add, he's a great kid, great son,
Great kid, hard worker. Okay, no one works harder than him. He's a dedicated son. He's a great big brother, I'm sure too. I'm sure he's all those things. All right. I've been seeing a narrative. The narrative has been nepotism is everywhere. Why are y'all mad about it being LeBron James' son? Okay. First and foremost, shut the fuck up. People have been calling on nepotism for a long ass time in sports. When Shanahan's son became the coach, niggas was like, why is he going? Because his dad the coach. That wasn't being called out then? Cut the fuck out. Austin Rivers, and going back to NBA, he got it. Let's go to his dad. Although he was a highly touted high school player, not just some bum, didn't matter. People have been calling out Thanasis. Thanasis has a whole mixtape about why he shouldn't be in the league. Don't act like we were just like cool with it because this is the Greek freak. No, that nigga trash as fuck. I remember he was on the Knicks team. Rick, you remember this shit? Thanasis was on the Westchester Knicks, and when we was so bad, he got in Yale, and I was like, well, shit, he's on to the Kumpo. Maybe he okay. After 30 seconds of fucking gameplay, I was like, no.
He ain't his brother.
He may be basketball retarded. It don't even make sense he in the league. Also, the Knicks.
Even though we did draft him, we didn't need Giannis. The Giannis cosign wasn't for the draft for Thanasis.
I'll give you one more example. What was the J.R. Smith little brother?
Chris Smith.
Even the players say he should be on the team. Dog shit. But we knew what it was. But also, like, the idea that, like, we've been cool with this whole time as fans or as pundits, bullshit. You call it out all the fucking time. My beef with this whole thing is it has nothing to do with Bronny, the player, the young man he is. Would y'all stop fucking lying to me? Stop acting like it ain't nepotism. Get the fuck out of here. He was the fifth last pick or whatever, the 55 out of 60 picks. Don't tell me we love his effort and he's gonna work hard. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Because if he didn't work hard and he was 5'3", it wouldn't have fucking mattered. Because his name is LeBron James Jr. Bronny's a made-up moniker. That nigga is LeBron Jr. That's why you drafted him. And that's okay, LeBron. That's okay, JJ. That's okay, Pelinka. Don't sit there and tell me this bullshit about it ain't that. Because you full of shit. And I just think you got to be real with yourself and not, we didn't just give it. He earned this. He didn't earn shit. He didn't earn a start in college. Don't tell me don't act like it's not nepotism when we know it is. I'm cool with it being that. Go do that. Mm-hmm. Be the first father-son duo. Have a great season. Do whatever the fuck you gonna do. But just
who's saying that it's not nepotism is my question. Who's saying
the
that?
Lakers?
LeBron? Oh,
the
Lakers keep acting as if they would have just done this to do it. And I'm just like, bruh.
When they drafted, because that was my whole trigger. Like, I don't, looking out for your son, all that other stuff. Cool. Because like you were saying, it's been in sports forever. Teams always done that. Players have done that. It's been there forever. But to act like it's not what it is what's pissing everybody off. Like when Bronny got drafted and Lakers are high-fiving like, oh, man, we got a steal. And then, like, and then like he's crying and like I didn't know this was gonna happen. It's like you literally your agent has called every team like, yo, don't draft Bronny or else. Like you like it's like
we'll leave if you draft him.
Right. He's going to
What?
Australia if you draft him. Like that's what Rich Paul is running around telling all the teams.
Yep, and that's confirmed.
I thought that wasn't true.
No, that's
Somebody-
confirmed. I think
that's
one of
confirmed.
the GM, I think it was Bob Myers, confirmed that
Mm.
that's exactly what's happening. We're telling the team if you
Oh.
draft him, he will go to Australia. And side note on that shit, I'd have did it anyway and called a fucking bluff.
Right.
I'd have been
What
like,
is-
because he, as a second round pick, is going to be the most valuable second round pick of all time. You know why?
Right.
Because the Lakers are stupid. And I'd be like, cool, I got your son. I want 2 first, bitch. Or he going to just sit
Not
for a year and
taken.
go to Australia. What the fuck think he going to do? I would have just called
Not
it bluff.
taken.
I'd have took him the first. If I'm a top 5 pick in the second round, I'm taking him that top 5 pick.
I think I
and being
mentioned
like,
this
yo.
on the last podcast, though. I was like, what if somebody takes him and like basically like holds him hostage?
They
just
should have did
for,
it.
You know,
They
a
should
better
have.
position.
I might
This
have
draft was
done
so
it.
terrible. This
I
draft
might
was
have
so
done it.
terrible.
That's
Like, what
because
if
it's like
Wasn't good.
right. Because if I drafted Brian, I would have told Rich, all right, so what you gonna do about it?
Well,
Yeah.
he has no power. He
Right,
can't do
what
nothing.
are you gonna
except
do about it?
Tell him not to show up. Okay, fine. I think, but
So-
they keep it rights for a year. So it'll be a year of him just not playing. Do you want that? Nah. Come on with that first round pick, then, brother.
Right. You send him to Australia, so what? Does Bronny want to go there?
Right. Because
Does he-
ain't nobody else going with him.
Right.
Bron ain't going.
Bron
Rich
definitely
Paul
ain't going.
ain't going.
Right.
Bryce ain't going.
Why
Mama not going.
Australia? But why Australia of all places?
I guess just to be a deterrent.
Maybe-
He's so far
maybe-
away.
yeah, maybe-
he's
maybe
the
'cause they
max
speak-
distance he can be away from you. I
Right.
guess I don't know.
And maybe because they speak English.
Can't send him to the Wandong
speak
Tigers.
English.
He
They do
his,
speak
Right.
English.
Yeah.
his Mandarin ain't good enough for
Yeah.
that. He got to
Right.
go somewhere. They speak,
Right.
they speak
I
English.
remember I remember draft that they tried that with Kobe, and they said like, yo, the Nets like, yo, if y'all pick him, he's going back to Italy, which makes sense because he grew up there.
Yeah, he
But
speaks. Yeah.
Bronny to Australia makes no sense because I don't even know if he's ever even been there.
That's why it was. That's why it was
When
a
you
funny.
said
It was a
Australia, I
funny
was just
threat.
like, wait,
We'll
what?
send him to Australia. Like really? I like
I
to see
thought
that.
it was so
actually.
out to me. It sounded so outlandish that I just believed when they were saying like, "Oh, this is fake," it was unfounded. There was no like true source.
I could have sworn Bob Myers confirmed that was actually true.
But
and again,
I mean, it's
it makes
possible.
sense because like, but
Yeah.
and that's the thing too. Going back to the nepotism thing, this has been a thing. Like I don't know if you remember when not Peyton got drafted, when Eli Manning got drafted. Remember, he didn't want to go to the Chargers, who were then I think what was it, St. Louis. He didn't want to go there,
Right.
and they literally maneuvered to get him to New York. It was all nepotism. They literally told teams, "Don't pick him." Chargers said, "Fuck you, we picking him." Now what you gonna do? And they had to give them draft capital, and that's exactly what happened. He wouldn't and wound up going to New York. So so like the idea of somebody behind the scenes with as much power and let's be honest, with as much gold as LeBron James can, yeah, I 100% believe they told teams don't draft him. If anybody takes him, it's going to be us. Because they also didn't work off other teams too. He already went nobody. He was like, nah, we ain't doing it.
Right.
Which to me also suggests I don't want to come here.
Mm-hmm.
So here you go.
Well, when I saw that, I did believe it, and I was just like, "Oh wow, I absolutely believed it." But I think my issue more so, I don't even know if I really care that they're trying to pretend that it's not nepotism. I think it would have always been nepotism regardless, whether or not LeBron was in the league or not in the league. I think what I'm most angry about is the fact that he could have waited and he would have still gotten the league. No matter if he wants to go to the league, he's gonna go because of what his name is. Do you think he absolutely needed to go while LeBron's in the league?
I think LeBron wanted that.
I think LeBron wanted him to go.
LeBron wanted that, but I'm saying, do you guys think that he wouldn't have gotten drafted? So say he's like, he becomes a better father and he decides that his son needs to stay in college and develop.
God damn. He becomes a better
A
father.
better father is crazy.
No.
Shit.
I mean, that's really what it boils down to, because I'm not going to put my kid in a position where people are literally they're going to fucking attack him just off the strength that
he's going to like, I mean,
he's going to catch
get
it.
If I'm a G leaguer and I see him across from me seeing
Some
blood.
Summer League, listen, they're gonna be going for his head.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So it's like at least let him have like looked like he earned something. He literally looks like he earned nothing.
I don't
And
think
my issue is that my issue really doesn't, the nepotism doesn't really even bother me. I mean, yes, we complain about it, but I feel like it's never going to go anywhere. So it's not something that truly bothered me. My issue is that we already knew he was going to go to the league because that's what LeBron wants, period. But my issue is the timing of it. Like he wants so badly to play with his son that he's willing to be an asshole and be like, I'm gonna push this because this is what I want. I don't know what Bronny wants, but and for people,
Well,
oh well, you weren't part of the
according to Bronny, he never thought about playing with his dad. Like this is he said that in the press conference, was also pissed me off. It's like y'all stop lying to us.
he
so
now he
cringy.
doing
It's
the
so
JJ
cringy.
thing.
Like
He doing so he's also doing the JJ thing where it's like, oh, we never discussed.
We never
Never
discussed this.
discussed
You know,
me
Bronny
becoming the coach.
Right, Bronny got his contract because he's a hard worker. We're investing in developing players, and it's like, dude, like y'all gotta stop. Like, just stop insulting our intelligence.
Yeah.
Like
I
that's the
mean,
whole
but it
thing.
is an
A,
ass
mul-
draft. You can't deny.
multi-year, multi-million-dollar guaranteed contract
For a
for the
55th pick.
55th pick, and you try to tell me it's about hard work? Yo, man, listen, Lakers. I'm a real hard worker. I work hard as shit. I work 7 days a week, every week.
But
Can
your
I
last
get a
name not
contract of
James.
7.9 million if I'm just gonna work hard? Like, don't
Your
just
last name isn't James though.
I change it. Shit, I go change the shit right now.
Your
At some point, like I feel like they go above and beyond to prove some shit to us, and I'm like, number one, you're never gonna prove it because it's a lie anyway, and more importantly, fuck all that shit. I hope they do right by him and they get him ready because I'm with you. Like, is he ready for this moment?
Of course
Because
not.
like
We all
Ron,
know
you
that he's
can't
not.
shoot him forever. You can't shoot him from his own teammates hazing him. You can't shoot him from other players trying to make their bones on him. You can't shoot him for the guys that are gonna tear him a fucking heart when it comes to the fucking Fox News and shit or Fox Sports and these guys. Oh, they gonna rip his ass apart. Pause. You
How
think you gonna save
messy?
him from all that shit? Cause you're not. Maybe Nick Wright won't. Maybe the clutch clients won't. The rest of them is gonna be gunning for him
How
because his
messy?
name is your name.
How messy is it going to get on the court as a result of that? Do you see Bron coming to blows over some shit with his kid? Do you
I
see
say
that or
this.
no?
Is he gonna play?
Well, the word is supposedly he's going to spend most of his time in the G League. Again, a fully guaranteed contract for a guy who's going to spend most of his time in the G League makes no fucking sense. But okay, if he's in the G League, it won't be an issue like that. If he's on the court, do I see LeBron reacting a certain way because of a hard foul on Bronny or somebody being up on him too much? 100%. And if it
You see him
happens,
leaping off the bench.
if it happens, I hope whoever that player is calls off and hits Bron right in the fucking mouth. Because this is the league. He's a grown ass man. You can't be daddy and come protect him. This is the fucking adult. This is a grown man professional league. If he can't stand in his own too, guess you shouldn't have brought him here, huh?
Speaking of
That's what it
daddy, do
comes
you
down
think
to.
is he gonna be referring to, so what? He gonna say, Bron, pass me the ball like that? I mean, is it dad? Is it Bron? Is it,
That's been a joke too. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
I
probably
know
dad.
the first time he says dad or daddy, he ain't gonna get
I
past
mean,
that shit.
what did
Can't be saying
Austin?
that shit on the
Didn't
court.
Austin Reeves like what did he or Doc? I mean Rivers
Austin
Doc
Rivers.
Rivers' son, Austin Rivers. Yeah. What did he call? He called him Doc or Coach.
I don't know what he called.
Hopefully he called him coach.
Yeah, he had to call him Coach. He had to.
And
That's easier.
even that
That's
was funny
easier
because
though.
he didn't get drafted by his dad's team.
Yeah, he
played
did.
for him later in his
Right.
He
career, but that
saved
wasn't
his
like the
career.
initial thing.
He saved
career.
his
He
right, but
saved
that's
his
what he's
career.
supposed to do. Like even though I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Matt
no.
Barnes Matt Barnes and some when Doc Rivers signed Austin, he lost the locker room also. It's like, yo, why like Austin wasn't a bum. Like, I
Yeah,
mean, he was
no.
like a role,
He was,
like he was a legitimate NBA player. Like he
yeah.
was the number one
He
high
already
school
was
player in the country. He was killing in
right,
college. Like
right.
he ain't like
He
Bronny,
could
where it's like he's averaging 4 points a game and you sign him to this
barely.
a big contract. You know what I mean? It's
The
like
outrage around him was so much crazier because you said he was a legit prospect,
right,
legit
Yes.
NBA
He
size
was
and talent,
right, legit
had
NBA,
production
right,
before he got to the
yeah.
league. Bronny
right.
had none of that, and I
He
think
was
that's
just
going to make it
he
harder
was
for him to
inconsistent
solidify
with his
himself.
play though. He was inconsistent. I
Right.
think that, but I
But
mean,
I
there's a
found
lot of
nothing
NBA players that are inconsistent. So I
right,
mean,
but I found nothing wrong with it. And it's like guys that have like, and it's funny like how guys have an issue with that, like Matt Barnes and guys like that. And meanwhile, they're pushing their sons to the
Heavy.
roof, heavy, and they're not that good. But if Matt Barnes was in that position, I guarantee he'd do the same thing Doc did, the way he's pushing his sons.
Like I said,
So it's
I
like,
don't think being mad at nepotism is the problem. I think that's my whole whole
yeah.
thing. People keep.
I'm not mad at nepotism.
I'm not
no,
either because
me either.
it's we know it's a part of sports in any
Yeah.
league
It's a
on
part of
this
life
planet.
in general.
Yeah, like
Right
it
in
is.
life,
Like
it's gonna happen. You're gonna do
right,
that.
and they people kind of forget that the nepotism, all that stuff starts way before they even get to the league. So the people just
Yeah.
looking at the stuff, the opportunities Bronny got before he got there, like the nepotism kind of started when he was in high school. He ended up by his senior year ended up being like ranked like 19th in the country, knowing he wasn't 19th ranked in the country.
Definitely wasn't 19.
What about
Definitely was
when he
not.
was
And
ranked
he
lower
went
and
to
his dad
McDonald's.
spoke on it and he jumped
Right.
all of a sudden?
They jumped all of a sudden. End up in the McDonald's game. McDonald's game with top 12, 15 players. You're not even ranked in the top 15, but you're in the McDonald's game. So it's like all that type of stuff. Like it started before that,
Yeah. I
but
think
people like
people
they're
ignored it
waiting.
because it
People,
wasn't, it didn't affect anything for real. Like at the time, they weren't like, it was just the foreshadowing of what was to come.
I
But
think
I
the
would,
problem is that no one knows high school ballers like that, so you
yeah.
don't feel like you're missing out
yeah,
on
not
anything. You're
like,
just
not
seeing
anymore.
Bronny.
I think that, I don't know, maybe I won't even say people, but I paid a lot more attention. But I also know, I mean, I feel like the older you get, the less you probably pay attention to high school, unless you're like absolutely connected to the game. You know what I
I
mean?
think that helps him because if you're thinking about what the casual fan is considering, right? Bronny
Mm-hmm.
getting these opportunities, they're not well versed on the top high school talent. So they're like,
Right.
oh, cool. Bronny's in this. That's cool. Maybe now you get their attention because he's the guy that you know of.
Right.
Now, and again, it's strategic. You bring
Yeah.
in those guys. You bring it like I know Dwayne Wade had his sons playing. Same thing with Melo. They show up at the games. That becomes a highlight. That gets
True.
some notoriety. And if you're other players on the team, the real legit players like in a family and whatever, they're like, yo, shit. Yeah, Bronny's
The
on the
legit
team.
players.
My kid's better, but shit. When LeBron shows up, cameras show up. Cameras
Right.
show up. They see
Right.
all of the team, hopefully, not just the one block that Bronny got, but the other shit that we doing.
It
So you
definitely
look at it like it's a
provides,
win-win.
yeah,
So like I think
exposure.
it doesn't
Right.
matter. Exposure is the key there. It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
I think now you get to where it's like
Now you're
now he's gonna have to
pissed.
show if he deserved to be where he's at, especially if other guys who were better, who had better stats, better production, aren't getting opportunities.
And I think that's why summer league is going to be interesting because you're going to have a bunch of dudes that
Mhm.
didn't get drafted on teams going for his head. Like y'all drafted him and y'all didn't draft me. Like it's going to be a bunch of
Yeah.
dudes in these summer league teams that are going to go for that. Like
I would say
and everybody's going to be
every
watching.
team he plays is gonna have at least one or two guys who's gonna be like, I'm about to
Yeah.
show y'all.
Right, because
Is there a
everybody's
reason?
going to be watching.